look amazing.
Thank you. You look very handsome.
When the universe was young and all the stars danced with joy, God, the great creator, purposed in his heart to give us the greatest gift of all, which is love. We gather in his presence to celebrate the joining together of Robert and Bailey, to surround them with our prayers, and to ask God's blessing on them, that they may be strengthened in their life together and nurtured in their love for all men and women.
I told Robert, I'm like, hey, apparently Bailey had moved back to Oklahoma City. Like, you should ask her out.
She always makes me feel loved. You know, when I'm around her, I can tell just how much she loves me. You know, how she expresses it, whether she's just hugging me or holding my arm or something like that.
So I get a text message like a week later, and it's just a photo of him messaging her on Instagram, which I guess is Robert's version of asking someone out.
Before too long, Bailey and Robert traveled out to LA for the Rose Bowl for me to meet him, and it was clear that this was a very strong and secure relationship, and you guys just felt so natural together. Robert is a wonderful guy, and that's apparent to everyone who meets him, but it was clear that Bailey felt a certainty about the relationship, and it didn't take much imagination, but maybe a little bit of hope to see where this was going to lead. We didn't know it then, but that weekend we were meeting each other's future spouses for the first time.
You complete her. She is a person by herself, can be independent and so strong and so beautiful in her own way, but the compliment that you bring to her and your gentleness and your kindness and the things that you bring to her, you make her complete.
Bailey, you've been the focus of everything in my life. From the time I fed you, birthed you, put you to bed at night, you've always been it for me. You'll always be my girl.
Oh my God, you're beautiful. Just beautiful.
I'll miss your makeup.
May you forever cherish the past and the memories that you have created. Embrace the present and strive for the good and the righteousness.
The thing about Robert that I love and that I think you love is he's always there when you need him. He's been a good and loyal friend to me.
If you know my dad, you know that Robert is so much like him. Which is why I truly believe that Robert and Bailey were made for each other. Because just as Robert is to Bob, if you know Judy, you know Bailey has just that same spunk, sass, and hello, she's a tried out from Duncan.
We give thanks for the moment that has brought Robert and Bailey to this place. We recognize with thanksgiving the journey that has brought them, and we celebrate the hopes that they share for their life together. We ask your blessings to sustain them. May you multiply each other's joy as they share them and dilute each other's pain as they share them also. We pray they may continue to find resources which nurture their marriage, bless their family and their friends. May they continue to grow together in their love for one another. May it deepen through the years.
I, Robert, take you, Bailey,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
And I promise before God and these witnesses
And I promise before God and these witnesses
to be your loving and faithful husband.
to be your loving and faithful husband.
I, Bailey, take you, Robert,
To be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
And I promise before God and these witnesses
And I promise before God and these witnesses
to be your loving and faithful wife.
to be your loving and faithful wife.
In plenty and in want,
In joy and in sorrow,
in joy and sorrow,
In sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Robert